Hej, cześć, siemano wam wszystkim, tutaj ja, Dermanek100 i witam was w kolejnym odcinku z serii Zagramy w Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 The Sith Lords. Jak pamiętacie, w poprzednim odcinku trafiliśmy na Onderon, a właściwie na jeden z księżyców tej planety Dxun, czy jakoś tak. Dlatego, że ktokolwiek rządzi na Onderonie chce nas wyeliminować basically. Zostaliśmy zaatakowani tak naprawdę, jak tylko pojawiliśmy się w przestrzeni planety. No i musieliśmy awaryjnie lądować właśnie na tym księżycu. Na pewno nie jest to przypadek, moc nas tutaj popchnęła, dlatego że jest to księżyc, na którym rozpoczęły się wojny mandaloriańskie, w których nasza postać brała udział. No i cóż, eksplorujemy sobie ten księżyc, zobaczymy, co tutaj znajdziemy. Tak więc chodźmy przed siebie, będziemy mieli pewnie jakichś przeciwników. Tutaj mamy coś, co wygląda jak obóz, tylko nikogo w tym obozie nie ma, ale to jest flaga Mandalorian, z tego co mi się wydaje.
Hold it right there. We've got you surrounded.
Keep calm. Their weapons are not raised. I do not think they wish to fight us.
I'm surprised you got this far. The jungle doesn't usually let its prey go that easily. What are you doing here? We claimed this moon decades ago, when we reforged ourselves after Exar Kun's defeat. Some of us call it home. Why are you trespassing here? We expected as much. Few visit Dxun by choice. We have orders to escort you to our camp. Our leader wants to speak to you.
This may prove of use to us. Let us hear his words and see if they hold any value.
No dobra, chyba po prostu pójdziemy, nie będziemy się tu jakoś buntować. Myślę, że jeszcze okazję do zeksplorowania tego księżyca będziemy mieli. No, mamy całkiem sporową bazę tych Mandalorian. Zobaczymy, kto jest ich przywódcą.
So you're the intruder. Our sensors picked up your handiwork in space. I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalorians. Scattered perhaps, but we're still alive. Alive and rebuilding. This used to be the heart of the Mandalorian war effort. From this complex we commanded an armada that had the Republic on the run. It didn't last. Mandalorians have a rapport with this jungle. Every moment here is a struggle. All creatures gripped in a constant war for survival. The sole purpose of the weak is to feed the strong. We train here and learn the lessons of the jungle. The beasts also help us keep our edge. Covert camps are not meant to attract attention. Because we conquered them, the people of Onderon still hold a grudge against the Mandalorians. So we keep our presence here a secret.
To już się o to pytaliśmy, nie?
So it's transportation you want. It so happens I have a small shuttle that's more than capable of running the Onderon military blockade. I make occasional trips to ISIS for information and supplies. If you want to go with me, you're going to have to prove your worth. It's Mandalorian business, not yours.
Spróbujmy użyć zwykłego Persuade'a. Myślę, że na moc może być on dosyć odporny.
I could, but I don't know you. Once I get to know you, I might tell you more. But not now. Figure it out yourself. Ask around. See if you can make yourself useful. Or something that'll show what you're made of. There is one thing. Before your ship landed, we were preparing some demolition work. All the activity forced my men to stop before they finished. The charges need to be detonated before anybody comes across them, so all you'd have to do is flip a switch. You asked if there was anything you could do, and I told you. Nothing in this jungle is as simple as it seems, though. We were trying to uncover the entrance to a hidden cache of old Mandalorian equipment. The explosives should be easy to find. Just get to it before the Canucks do. They're not much more than a couple of plasteel cylinders. Before you get any bright ideas, if you uncover cache B13, leave it alone. Even if you survive the traps, it would require military-grade explosives to open without the proper access codes. What's inside belongs to the Mandalorians. Canucks are nothing more than pests, but they have a real talent for screwing up plans. Just get to those explosives in the next day or so, and you'll be fine. I'll let Kex know that you check out. We found more gear than we can use, so you can trade with him if you need some more supplies. Be careful in the jungle. Our patrols have stopped until the space traffic dies down. The challenging beasts have been cleared from the area, but what's left might still be too much for you.
No i spokojnie, panie Mandalor, myślę, że sobie na pewno poradzimy w tej dżungli. Dobra, czyli troszeczkę nas wytransportowało, jesteśmy w tej ich bazie, zaeksplorujmy ją sobie w pierwszej kolejności. Tutaj zakładam, że teraz nie przejdę. Okej, dobra, nawet tam nie mogę aktualnie podejść, bo nas Mandalor wygania. Spoko, no dobra, wyjdźmy w takim razie na zewnątrz. Mamy tą ich bazę, odpalmy sobie nie pełną medytację, tylko force speeda. I rozejrzyjmy się, co tutaj mamy. Po pierwsze mamy tutaj jakieś zapasy, myślę, do zebrania. Dodatkowa rzecz, repair kit. Nic super cennego, ale to nic. O, tu jeszcze jeden metal box jakiś też pewnie z jakimś, no właśnie, na przykład medpakietem. Spoko. Aha, dobra, bo tu, stąd już wychodzimy gdzieś w inną część. To chwila. Zacznijmy od eksploracji tego tutaj. Tu pewnie coś czuję, możemy mieć jakąś walkę wręcz do ewentualnego zrobienia. Tu mamy rekrutów.
Gather the scattered clans. We will triumph.
Oh, you're the Jedi the camp's been talking about. Are you planning on exploring the jungles to the south? I'm Zarga. I instruct our raw Mandalorian recruits in the ways of discipline and battle. I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack. If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. If you find his body, just bring it back. Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip the corpse and bring the gear back.
Dobra, czyli mamy do znalezienia jakiegoś rekruta, który poszedł do dżungli, ale niestety nie wrócił. Okej, tu jakiś Zuka jest. Coś czuję, że będziemy mogli mu pomóc coś tutaj naprawić.
Alright, stand back. Let's see if that... Sith's blood! Fixing anything in this rot-infested place is an uphill battle. This jungle attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer systems is no easy task. I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever wires and tech haven't been corroded by the jungle are at least 10 years old. I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle's sensors can't cover the whole moon. Seems just about everything involved with the relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks and still no success. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structures behind me. You can find the telemetry computer in there. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse converter for the tracking computer. We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canox ate it. That's the problem with Canox. They'll leave you alone if you keep your distance. But if you turn your back on the pests, they'll eat anything they can get in their mouth. They're vermin, and no challenge for a Mandalorian. Since they provide no sport, we ignore them. Just gut every Canoc you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts. We checked the cache manifests, and that's the only one that was in storage. It's probably the only working converter on this moon. Just go. Alright then. Come back when you have the converter and we can see about getting these systems working again.
No dobra, czyli kolejne zadanie poboczne. Tym razem, żeby naprawić tutaj rzeczy, możemy też spróbować te kable. Tylko ja nie wiem, czy ja mam odpowiedniego skilla tutaj. Zobaczmy. Repair. No dobra, za 3 części. Spróbujmy. Success. Udało się. Dobrze. No to pierwsza część tego zadania jest zrobiona. Możemy jeszcze z tego terminalu chyba skorzystać. Nie. Dobra. Czy tutaj niewiele mi to da? Okej, tu mamy jakiegoś Mandalore Guide, Mandalore Guard Captain. Zobaczmy.
We've called off our patrols outside the camp. We usually find some entertainment in clearing out the worst of the beasts. But without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. None of us will be around to bail you out of trouble. You've been warned. Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area after the space battle. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them finding our base. I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clearings along the path. Knowing some of the larger Dxun beasts, the crew's probably already dead. The people of Onderon still live in fear of us. They were the first world we conquered in the Mandalorian Wars. Their resistance was laughable. We cut through their defenses like vibroblades through cloth. ISIS fell within hours. If they knew we were here, they would eventually gather enough courage to attack us. It is not a battle we wish to wage. Yet. Who knows? Our relay dish is down, and until Zuka repairs it, we're blind. The Onderon military has cordoned off the planet, so there shouldn't be anybody else down here. Still, our sensors occasionally pick up signals on the surface.
Signals? What signals?
It's like someone is searching the planet, and doing so under the noses of the military. Whoever they are, they've stayed clear of us. I don't know. Dxun's all jungle except for this camp. We heard reports of a Zakeg wandering the paths around here. They're a good challenge for Mandalorians. If you see one, stay out of its way. Without us to back you up, you'll be dead in seconds. It's a huge red lizard that's built like a Baragwan battle tank. It has a hide so thick it might as well be Durasteel plating. We keep clearing them out of the area, but they keep coming back. They're tough opponents for non-Mandalorians. You fight a Zakeg. If you survived such a battle, you'd gain much honor. Strong words. It would be amusing to see you try to kill such a beast. Try the outlying jungle paths if you're determined to seek one out. And bring me back a trophy from your kill as proof of the deed.
No i mamy kolejne zadanie poboczne na upolowanie jakiejś większej bestii. Pytanie, czy z tym przewodnikiem mogę pogadać? Pewnie tak.
Ready to head back to your ship? Give the word and I'll take you there.
Dobra, czyli tu możemy sobie quick travel zrobić do naszego statku, no to wychodzi. Rozejrzyjmy się jeszcze. Tu mamy handlarza, Keksa.
What do
want? Ah, just you. You're no Mandalorian. I don't know why Mandalores let you roam free, but I don't trust you. I'm Kex, the new quartermaster. If a Mandalorian needs something, they come to me. Mandalore's ordered me to let you have access to our supplies, including some military-grade surplus. It's not free, though. You can pay with credits or trade in some of your gear. Doesn't matter to me. Blasters, energy shields, armor, and other fighting gear, all in good condition, though I doubt you could afford it. The greatest honor for a Mandalorian is to distinguish themselves in battle. But as age comes upon us, some are forced to find honor in other pursuits. They assist as freighter pilots, technicians, or quartermasters. There's honor there, but it's nothing compared to the heat of battle. For someone young like me, this task is distasteful. There are many battles left in me, yet I'm relegated to this. My predecessor was loading equipment from Cache D5. Mandalorian engineers must have worked the double shift on that one. The old quartermaster was carrying out a load of blast converters and walked straight into a beam splitter. Pieces of them wound up all over. So I got the job, and here I am. It's bad enough I have to stand here and pass out supplies while the others go on patrol. I'm not going to disgrace myself further by being your guide. The only advice I'll give you is, when you're in the jungle, shoot anything that moves. Then shoot the things that don't move, just to be sure.
No dobra, zobaczmy sobie, co tu możemy sobie kupić. No oczywiście głównie to jest broń i zbroja, ale tu głównie będą blastery i inne tego typu rzeczy. Nie wiem, czy tutaj mamy coś ciekawego, co jakieś ulepszenia ewentualnie, ale chyba nic nie potrzebuję tak naprawdę na razie kupować, także dzięki. Nic tutaj nie będziemy robić, sprzedawać też raczej nie mam potrzeby żadnych rzeczy. Dobra, teraz moje pytanie jest takie, bo tam mamy jeszcze drugą część tego obozu, tak więc chodźmy tam w pierwszej kolejności, myślę, żeby zobaczyć, co ewentualnie mamy tutaj, bo tam mamy na pewno powrót do statku, no to wiadomo, a zobaczmy resztę. Ok, tu mamy jakieś pomieszczenie, do którego możemy wejść, telemetry, computer, workbench też ewentualnie mamy. Ciekawe, czy coś mogę sobie ulepszyć, na przykład z moich zbroi. Nie wiem, którą to jest moje, to jest chyba to moje. O, co ciekawe, mógłbym to ulepszyć. Tutaj dodać, tylko tu mamy jakieś takie dosyć słabe rzeczy, myślę, tak więc chyba na razie tego ulepszać nie będę. Mamy ten telemetry, jakiś panel, komputer, no to zobaczmy go, czemu nie. Ok, mogę go za 3 spajki naprawić, no dobra. Czyli to jest naprawione, to też było do któregoś zadania. I Benzuka should be able to get the sensor operational again. Ok, dobra, czyli możemy z Zuką pogadać i to mu się powinno spodobać, bo możemy w naprawie tej telemetrii. Zobaczmy, co mamy tutaj, to jakiś wielki hangar chyba jest. Tak, i tu mamy ten wahadłowiec pewnie, o którym była mowa, którego będziemy mogli użyć. Security tunneler, pozbierajmy sobie stąd rzeczy, które leżą w tych metal boxach. O, coś tam, jakiś chyba element ekwipunku tutaj. Sieve Power Gauntlets, daje strength. To może warto by to było dać dla tutaj naszej, bo ona ma jakieś słabe, nie? Dajmy to dla Handmaiden. Niech dostanie sobie siłę, tym bardziej, że ona walczy bezpośrednio, generalnie. Ok, tu jeszcze jakieś 2 metal boxy, podnieśmy sobie oczywiście wszystko. Jakieś tam granaty, nie granaty, kredyty. Kredyty się akurat przydadzą, jakieś stymulanty też może kiedyś. Zobaczymy. Tu jeszcze też pewnie możemy mieć jakiś challenge, jakąś walkę. Czyli tu jest chyba dalsza część obozu i stąd wyjścia nie ma z tej strony, czyli tutaj ewentualnie mamy jeszcze jakieś rzeczy poboczne. Już zaraz będziemy sobie to dalej sprawdzać. Tak więc chodźmy tutaj. Pewnie będziemy mogli tutaj zawalczyć z kimś. Sierżant i Balor. Zacznijmy od pana może sierżanta?
So, the Jedi comes to grace us. The battle circle is reserved only for real warriors. Your Jedi ways won't help you here. For today, I have the honor of commanding the battle circle. I decide who fights who and make sure all the rules are followed. The battle circle is only a small part of our training regiment. A full Mandalorian warrior is a master of many fighting techniques, and here, all of them are tested. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms, for that is the way of the battle circle. Those with great honor decide the terms of engagement. Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match for even the lowliest of Mandalorian warriors? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be arranged.
Czemu nie? Na pewno sobie sprawdzimy.
We are not merchants. We are Mandalorians. The only thing gained and lost here is honor, and perhaps some skill, if you have the capacity to learn.
Już nie będziemy ich może tu mokować, nie bądźmy tacy niemili, generalnie. Dobra, czemu nie?
You are new here, so you will fight Davril. He is young and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davril, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull any death blow. No one dies in the battle circle. Step into the battle circle. Now you will experience a true fight.
Coś czuję, że mogę przegrać bez ekwipunku i w ogóle. No ale dobra, spoko. Zawalczymy z nim. No czyli po prostu Master Flery i tyle. Jeżeli go będziemy trafiać, to spoko. Bez żadnych itemów, bez niczego, czyli nie mogę się podleczyć, nie mogę użyć mocy. Ale dobra, widzę, że gość jest jednak cienki dosyć. I powinniśmy go poradzić na lajcie. Generalnie, tak jest.
The match between Jedi and Davril is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davril is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know if you would fight again.
Dobra, czyli możemy sobie zobaczyć z kimś kolejnym, ale zanim to jeszcze zagadajmy z tym tutaj gościem, Bralorem.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest Mandalore to judge and predict. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle. No, it is up to the Sergeant. The battle circle was not designed to settle petty vendettas and rivalries. Its primary purpose has always been teaching. Learning from books or holovids is useless when battle rages and soldiers are dying around you. Real knowledge can only be gained through combat. Perhaps we can learn from one another in time. This is not a battlefield, Jedi. If it were, I trust you wouldn't have the same opinion. I prepare and train, readying my mind and weaponry for a real challenge. Peace is not our natural element. Mandalorians handle it differently. I focus on educating myself in the martial techniques I will need to succeed in the next war.
Dobra, czyli on pewnie jest jakimś takim ultimate ostatnim przeciwnikiem.
I have lost. But this was no true contest. Jedi are skilled warriors, and I am young. I will train very hard to match you in combat next time. But there are others already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the mightiest among us. He could teach you humility.
Dobra, zróbmy sobie quick save'a i spróbujmy następną walkę.
Here to watch a fight or to participate? After defeating Davril, you have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms.
Może weźmy to, żebym ja mógł swoich rzeczy używać, on też będzie mógł używać tego, co chce.
I will send a runner to Kex. Prepare yourself for your fight, Jedi.
No bo jednak idziemy w te moce, także... Na razie spróbujemy jakoś tak w miarę normalnie. O kurwa, nie mam miecza. Tak. Dobra, chuj. Spróbujemy go pokonać w takim razie w ten sposób. Generalnie, czemu nie? Zobaczymy. O, dobra, okej, to widzę. Będzie no match for me. Nice.
The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. If you want to fight again, let me know.
Dobra, to nie było trudne, ale jednak dobrze było moje miecze wziąć z powrotem. To jest chyba jeden z moich mieczy. Czy ten miecz trandoshiański? Tak, chyba miałem miecz trandoshiański i te vibroostrze najbardziej ulepszone. To chyba był mój gear. Dobra, zróbmy kolejnego quick save'a i spróbujmy następną walkę.
Here to watch a fight or to participate? You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, what are your terms? Just fist and foot like you fought with Devril. Nothing else. Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed, and absolutely no use of your force.
No dobra, to będzie zdecydowanie trudniejsza walka niż ta, co była przed chwilą. Tu już mogę, myślę, przegrać, bo jeżeli gościu jest trochę lepszy, no to wiadomo, że zrobi mi większe kuku. Plus będzie mógł unikać, a ja się nie będę mógł podleczyć ani nic, także tutaj no dostanę pewnie w papę. No bo nie mam za bardzo skilli pod to, żeby walczyć bezpośrednio. Także no niestety dostaniemy w papę. Jak widać, pół życia mu tylko zabierałem gdzieś. A tak to on mnie niestety obił i to całkiem srogo.
Between Jedi and Tagrin is over. Tagrin is the clear and honorable victor. Against any full Mandalorian, it appears you cannot win. Come back if you want a rematch. I'm sure that Tagrin could use the exercise.
No dobra, także dostaliśmy w papkę, no ale zdecydowanie bez mocy będzie ciężko, to chyba lepiej będzie meda sobie po prostu dziabnąć. Chociaż te medy widzę dosyć słabe, weźmy sobie Advanced Mapacka. Okej. Dobra. Także to tyle jeśli chodzi o to, co mamy tutaj, myślę. Możemy z tym Stargenem pogadać w ogóle.
The sergeant made a mistake letting you fight on our battleground. I trust you understand that now. I will fight you again if I must. But I think you should just leave Dxun. This place isn't for you.
Dobra, jeszcze zobaczymy, na pewno myślicie. W końcu dam radę pokonać. Dobra, wróćmy jeszcze na koniec tego filmu do tego gościa, który jest swoim technikiem. Przekażmy mu o tym, że się tutaj udało nam rzeczy jakieś naprawić. To on już coś tam będzie mógł chyba dalej zdziałać i część zadania wykonamy.
Any progress with the repairs or the phase pulse converter? That's the best thing I've heard in weeks. I'll be sure to tell Mandalore about your help. Look, I have some extra parts and computer spikes. Take them. You can probably make better use of them than I can.
No i dobra, super. Czy tego terminalu mogę użyć? Nie. Dobra, czyli jak rozumiem, tu możemy sobie wyjść po prostu do dżungli. Tu możemy ewentualnie quick travel do naszego statku, ale no chyba nie będę tego robić. Chyba pójdziemy bezpośrednio do dżungli, bo tak, tutaj to wykonaliśmy, Battle Circle, no właśnie. Mamy też ten zakrek, Terrible with the Canox, tu mamy tego Canoka, pokonać Missing Mandalorian, to jest zaginione, Explosive Situation to jest zadanie główne, The Price of Passage, no i tutaj musimy zdobyć ten honor i uznanie Mandalora, żeby on nas zabrał na Onderon. Dobra, wait, zanim pójdziemy dalej, znowu muszę te jebane miecze założyć. Strasznie słabe, że to później jakoś samemu nie wraca tego ekwipunku, ale dobra. Także cóż, idziemy w dżunglę, bo jej nie zeksplorowaliśmy do końca, dlatego że no, przenieśliśmy się do tego obozu. Okej, czy jesteśmy tutaj? Tu jest to przejście do obozu, czyli tam nie idziemy. Okej, tu mamy więcej tych Mandalorian. Aha, to jest ta grupa, którą wcześniej spotkaliśmy. Dobrze.
Finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle. This time, we fight to the death.
Czy to jest ten keks cały? Nie, to ten Dravel. Okej.
You would deny my request? I want to fight here, in front of other Mandalorians, to prove my worth. Do not shame me further. There were no wars to fight, no great enemies to destroy. I wish this was a different age, where our armadas were a force to be feared. A Zakek? Those are the deadliest beasts in this part of the jungle. Patrols are right to be cautious about them. I'll do what I must to prove myself to the other Mandalorians, but fighting a Zakek would be a short-lived honor. What? Yes, I suppose that is possible. We would both gain recognition from that battle. Your plan is acceptable to me. Together we will destroy the Zakek. I will meet you there.
O, no i proszę, udało nam się jeszcze zdobyć pomoc do pokonania tej bestii, która gdzieś tutaj jest. No i zajebiście. Pogadajmy się z tym gościem na szybko.
If you head out into the jungle, stay alert. Our patrols keep the area clear of the more dangerous beasts, but a lot of the smaller ones still infest the paths. Mostly Canucks and Malras. Deeper in the jungle there's Boma beasts, and they're a little more sport. Little pests. They'll eat anything they can fit in their mouths, so don't leave any gear and supplies lying around, unless you want them to end up in a Canuck's belly. They aren't very aggressive, though. Just don't get too close to them, and they'll leave you alone. Malras are aggressive, but hardly a challenge for a real warrior. They're pack hunters, though, and dangerous in numbers. We try to thin their herds pretty regularly. Bomas are tough and fiercely territorial. Whenever we drive them off, they just come back to reclaim their grazing lands. We can handle them, but they may be too much for you. How do you know of the Zakek? We've seen signs along the paths. They are naturally armored and have foul dispositions. Mandalorian expeditions cleared them out of the area, but Dxun beasts never take kindly to losing territory. As soon as ship activity dies out around here, we may hunt them again. What's the point? They breed fast, and other than sport, they're a waste of ammo. Even the bravest Mandalorians have fallen prey to this jungle and its beasts. Don't say I didn't warn you.
No jasne, mój drogi, ale dobra, moi drodzy, zajmiemy się eksploracją dalszą dżungli w odcinku kolejnym, a tymczasem mam nadzieję, że ten odcinek wam się podobał. No i komentujcie, subskrybujcie, oceniajcie, a przede wszystkim oglądajcie. No i do kolejnych filmów. Na razie. No i cześć.